Here comes the September sneak peek blog number 1, everyone. The TLDR version. We modified the hero kit from the alpha playable. The sub-skill has been removed. The heavy attack has been given its own button and 2 enhanced attacks based on timing. We've standardized button icons for better readability. We've added trinkets and spells, giving players more active skills to mix and match and create interesting build synergies with. Hero Kit. The kit has evolved since alpha and is now broken into 2 parts, the primary hero kit, the secondary hero kit. Primary hero kit. The primary hero kit is the basic set of attacks and skills that each hero starts with and consists of light attack, heavy attack, hero skill. Light attack. Light attack is each hero's basic attack. As in alpha, attacks are auto-aimed and repeated taps can produce combos. In alpha, light and heavy attack share a button. To do a heavy attack, you had to drag and charge the light attack first. Failing a charge produce a light attack. For beta, we made heavy attack its own button. Heavy attack. Heavy attack is now a dedicated button on the HUD, replacing the sub-skill action from alpha. Doing this provides players with a greater range of strategic choices. Tap to instantly execute a basic heavy attack. This deals more damage than a light attack but has slower recovery. Drag and hold to charge the attack. A fully charged heavy attack deals damage and produces an additional effect. For example, inflicting dizzy status or knocking enemies down. If you release a charged heavy attack within a short window, you execute a perfect heavy attack that deals very high damage and enhanced effects. For example, knocking enemies into flyback or inflicting chain lightning. Examples of heavy attacks. Valkyrie, basic, a short leap and ground slam that damages nearby enemies, replaces her old sub-skill. Charge, impact zone is much larger and deals more damage. Perfect, enemies in the impact zone are launched straight up in the air and can be knocked into flyback with subsequent hits. Firecracker, basic, a single slow rocket that deals small area damage. Charge, a faster rocket that deals higher damage and inflicts enemies with burn. Perfect, on impact, the rocket scorches all terrain behind the target. Hero skill. Skills reflect the hero's core playstyle and/or personality. Skills have cooldowns. These are largely unchanged from alpha, but some heroes have had their main and sub-skills shuffle around. For example, Firecracker's old Rocket Leap sub-skill is now her main skill, and her old main skill, Boom Bag, has been turned into a trinket. Secondary Hero Kit. The secondary kit is not immediately available. Heroes must unlock this through progression or during the climb and consists of trinkets and spells. Trinkets. Trinkets are basically shareable skills. They are active skills that have a wide range of uses, from traversal to utility to straight up damage, and can be equipped by any hero. Trinkets can be acquired either by finding them during a climb, upgrading a hero to Mighty tier. This makes their default trinket available for selection by the entire trio prior to starting each floor. Only one trinket can be carried at a time, so picking up a new one swaps out the existing one. Examples of trinkets. Sneaky Cloak. When used, turns the user invisible, while invisible can touch enemies to mark them. Surfboard. Allows the user to surf a wave of water at high speed, damaging enemies in its path. Up Flag. Plants a flag that enrages all allies within its aura, increasing their movement and attack speed. Pocket Sand. Throws sand at enemies, giving them itchy eyes and making their attacks miss for a short duration. Spells. Spells can be unlocked by upgrading the spells feature in the camp. Each level of the upgrade unlocks a set of spells. Once unlocked, spells can be purchased during a climb by activating the trader event. Spells include, but are not limited to, heal, zap, arrows, poison, freeze, shockwave. Spells are aimable. Spells do not have cooldowns or require shiny elixir to use. The more powerful the spell, the more shiny elixir it requires. shiny elixir can be collected by smashing objects on each floor or purchased from the trader. That's it for now. There's a lot more to talk about, and we'll keep revealing the secrets of the tower as we discover them. See you in the tower. Electrify! And that's it. That's it for September's sneak peek number 1. All about combat, from combat provided by the hero kit to combat provided by trinkets and spells. What are your thoughts? I, personally, was actually a bit skeptical at first about the hero kit changes. The sub-skill being removed is a bit sad. I like how that move always involves some sort of movement, and it was exciting wondering what future hero sub-skills would be based on that pattern. But if it was indeed the case for the sub-skill to always involve moving from one place to another, that may not have worked well for every character, so I see its removal as a good thing in that sense. The heavy attack becoming its own button also made me a bit sad at first for the previous attack button, since both light and heavy attacks could be done with it, and I liked how whether you tapped or held and dragged is what led to different results. However, that's still there. It's just part of the heavy attack button now, and I really like the way it works. Like the sneak peek blog says, it provides players with more strategic choices. But not only that, the need to time how long you're charging the attack means that your interactions with the heavy attack button are always changing based on the situation you're in. You have to think based on the types and number of enemies around you, whether you should be tapping, charging, or perfecting a heavy attack. And that sounds fun. Based on the examples we're given, the attacks don't change much, making some heavy attack variations be mostly differences in power, but I think some variations could potentially change the move itself, so I'm intrigued as to whether or not that will be the case. Lots of potential. As for hero skills, not much of a change there, so simply excited for what they've ended up being, for both heroes from Alpha and new ones. Alright, that's it for the video now. Thank you all. Have a good one.